When I got my ADHD diagnosis, I was excited to share. I thought it was explanatory, I thought it was funny, and I thought it was a way to connect with people. And I was surprised by the varying reactions I got to that. Some people were horrified that I was sharing it. And it made me think of Victorian England, or Victorian times in general. Did you know that then, if a woman was pregnant, when a woman was pregnant, that was considered inappropriate or disgusting to share with people, and women kept that a secret, and then babies just, appeared one day. And that's kind of how I felt with a lot of people with ADHD. And when I reflected upon it, I realized that we tend to classify ADHD, people do in general, at least in my experience, under 3 umbrellas: a disability, a mental illness, or a superpower. And I have different feelings about all 3 of those, and depending on the day, some I like or dislike more than others. And thinking about that, from what I've talked to other people, it's pretty universal that people fall in these categories, and how you fall into it determines how you deal with it. Now, if you're thinking of it as a mental illness and shameful, then you're going to hide it away and not talk about it, and that's fine. It's your personal decision, and everyone decides how they want to deal with it, and that's great. But for me, that didn't work, because I wanted to learn from other people by just flat out being intrusive and saying, how are you dealing with this? What does this look like for you? And so for me, that was not a label that, or a way of dealing with it that worked for me. Now, disability, that one's tricky, because it is. You're different, right? I remember one time in high school, I had a teacher that I was not getting along with, and I think I'll probably talk about that when I talk about my own diagnosis. And he called me in after school, and he was mad, and he was kind of spitting as he was talking. And then he picked up the landline phone and he said, "I'm going to call your mother." And I said, "Oh, thank goodness. She's been dying to talk to you too. Our number is 839-8255. And this man looked at the phone and looked at me, and he slammed it down. He said, "Get out." And I bring this up under disability because that stopgap between maybe you should, not inflame the teacher more and try to get out there in one piece was missing. And I just said what I thought. And that's a funny example, but it pertains to way more than that. When you're trying to sit in a class that doesn't particularly interest you, people can sometimes get so upset with the ADHD or for being distracting or drawing or looking out the window or whatever it is. And at least in my experience, when I did sit and listen for the first 15 minutes, that was me using every ounce of self-discipline and respect I had to try to do what I knew what was expected of me. And eventually it gets to where, for me, the tension in my body and my mind ratchet up until it just kind of explodes out. And so calling it a disability, yes, is probably fair, but at the same time, it's not just that. And then of course there's the superpower. And some people think, well, yes, but you can sit down and do something really complicated for a long time and be totally focused and get it done faster than other people. That's the one I hear. And that's true. And it comes at the cost of the other things, but I'm so thankful for it. So when I look at my ADHD diagnosis, I look at it as a gift, that superpower that comes with the other things. And one thing that I think helps anyone with ADHD or dealing with it is being introspective about which of those categories we're putting the diagnosis and the situation in, and then thinking about the pitfalls and the strengths that come with that particular one and what works for you. So I'm not saying any of the labels are wrong, or that we even need to label it, but I am saying that the ones we identify with are the ones that help us with the way that copes for that label. So I hope that helps, and thanks for listening. Please let me know what you think, or all the ways I'm totally wrong. I would love to hear, because again, I'm still learning. Thanks so much.